guess that RoMg picked first pick again. We'll have to take a look, though. They may have a specific strategy for the map. And as we jump into this draft, RoMg did take first pick, first ban once more.
No big surprise there. Now, Battlefield of Eternity, of course, a 2-lane map here, a big open middle area, and you got to decide, are you trying to do like a team fight? Do you want the composition that can very quickly power down the Immortal and kind of force them to come to you?
This throwaway Uther ban, I think they want to grab Illidan, but Envy Black is going to deny that. But they get their own first pick here, whatever they want. And I don't think Thrall would be a bad pick here. You take it away from Rich, got a great amount of power once it gets follow through as well on top of the Punisher, the Immortal in the middle of the map. He can do so much damage.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. By the way, this is one of the maps where Zool is not like as heavily favored because there's not nearly as much laning going on, and only 2 lanes, of course. But Falsight going to be that first pickup. No big surprise. And then, of course, Thrall for Rich and that Muradin. I mean, this is
textbook.
Yeah, this is textbook is
like,
what I was looking for.
They locked Thrall. Like, I was thinking if you're not going to take Falsight, you take Thrall instantly. They locked Thrall and Muradin in before a second of time passed. All right, so we see Soranda coming back out here with EDC Tyrande. Then the Illidan ban comes in, or excuse me, the Tassadar ban. I'm saying everything wrong. And then now RoMg will have the choice to ban this third hero here for Black, whatever they're thinking. But this is a strong draft again for Black with Thrall and Muradin on the table. There's no like, I mean, these are both just strong heroes that work with almost every composition, so it's a tough ban here now.
Yeah, it's like, is there a healer that you're actually afraid of? I don't know if that's going to be what we see banned out, but other than that, you just want to take away a range damage.
Like Vala, maybe, would be a smart ban here.
Yeah, Vala's very good on this map.
I'm going to take away Rhaegar, so they do go for the heal ban, which lessens the pool of heroes that Black can choose from now.
Yeah, it's like most likely what we'll see from that is just Kerosene played again, which is fine because Merryday is very, very good on Kerosene.
There's a high chance we're going to see Vala taken here.
I do like Vala for this map quite a bit, but looking at this right now on the other side for RoMg, like they have Falsight, a great auto attacker, and then of course they have Hunter's Mark on Tyrande. So already they're definitely winning on the Immortal race.
Yeah, the race is definitely lost for Black at this moment in time. Li-Ming is going to be their range damage that they grab here. And for Black, they could save their 5th pick for a response pick and take Kharazim here. I think it wouldn't be too shabby, considering there's no like insta-lock pick, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to take Kharazim here. They're going to save that 5th pick to respond to what RoMg is going to show in the 4th and 5th.
I like that too, because this is definitely something that could be a flex. So this could be Kyocha's hero, or Li-Ming could be Kyocha's hero, like if they're looking into a gray main for Saki or something like that.
If Black wants to take the fight on the defense, they will need some more hard engage. You know, if they're not going to try to race, you know, I mean, Thrall obviously does give them some hard engage with Sundering, but they may look for like a gray main, as you mentioned. Zeratul, first time today, making it in with Tassadar banned. He has no counter essentially.
Yeah, Muradin is like, I guess the second best after Tassadar to try to deal with him, because Reverberation very, very strong against Zeratul, but definitely a strong pickup here over on RoMg.
I was just going to say Sylvanas is great here, because while this is all happening, she can push whichever lane she wants to be in, top or the bottom.
And the towers and the forts and keeps deal a lot of damage to the Immortals, so to lock that down is awesome. And look at that, the Abathur pickup, definitely something we've seen from them before on this map. Pretty cool.
It's a nice little flex pick there. It's definitely going to be Kyocha on the Abathur, and we can grab some extra EXP the longer these fights go, especially because I think they're going to be looking to defend most of the time. This is going to be tough to win this race.
Yeah.
Abathur can get that extra EXP while they try to slow that down, and he's going to have so much map vision with his nests.
The mines are just insane. Just putting them all over the place and giving you a lot of vision, slowing your opponents down. Kyocha's a very strong pickup.
Kyocha's one of his best heroes since Zagara has fallen off is actually Abathur. He's played him a lot on stream. I've watched a lot of his games, you know, just even on Hero League. He's an incredible Abathur player. He's very fast. Looks like a StarCraft pro when he's playing Abathur. He's all over the map. He puts the vision hotkeys down.
Yeah.
Something that StarCraft players have been doing. I mean, we're basically running on the same engine here. You can actually hotkey a location to your keyboard to jump to. We see Abathur do that sometimes to drop nests in strategic locations, for example.
That's really, really cool to hear that he's so good with that Abathur. And he's going to need to be because, you know, they are going to be a body down for a while, but with that extra soak, hopefully MVP Black can take it. Well, I don't know why I'm rooting for these guys. They are the opposite of underdogs.
Absolutely, Artosis. They are the overest of overdogs.
Oh, you're so right. The overest of overdogs. That's what I was going to say.
All right, let's see if Black can close us out and take their 40th win in a row, or if RoMg can do the impossible.
Well, I guess let's introduce these players first. Over in the blue, on the right, Sake on Liming, Kyocha on Abathur, Maryday on Karazim, Rich on Thrall, and Sign on Muradin is MVP Black.
It's the spooky Abathur skin too.
Yeah.
Halloween one. All right.
Spooky one.
RoMg, Swan on Zeratul, good on ETC, his best tank. MDK is going to be on Tyrande, E-Prime again on the specialist Sylvanas, and then Frankel is going to be heading it up with Falstad. Likely Mage Falstad. In fact, you can already see, if you look at the talents at the bottom, that is what we are seeing.
Yeah, by the way, I think that draft-wise, this is really cool for RoMg because they have like some of the biggest influencers in the entire game on their side. Like Mosh Pit, Void Prism, Gust can change absolutely everything in a battle.
And they have by far the way better level 1 presence here.
Yeah.
Notice that Sake, without even knowing, is just going to drop that orb and the missiles both. He knows without looking that there was no one on the map, and that's where they were hiding. Tons of experience here. Sign is actually looking for a stun here on E-Prime, I think, but he's not going to get it. He's going to trade some damage here onto Good before he dwarf tosses away.
And of course he will be able to get out of there, but again, just kind of talk, who do you think won the draft first off?
That's tough. You know, I have to say, I like the draft of RoMg a little bit more. Like, if I had to just like take the team names and cover them up, I'd be like, well, I think RoMg's got the better draft here. They have the better ways of dealing with the Immortals in the middle of the map, and that often becomes like the game-winning tenet of a team composition.
Yeah, you know, I would definitely say they have the scarier comp, but I think that you cannot underestimate what Abathur can do on this map, absolutely. By the way, it does look like a teleport build, likely a full teleport build is going to be coming out of Sake here.
It's going to be the first time that Sake will get Liming. Frankel's been taking him away every time, so this time he's going to be the one on Mage Falstad coming down. And, you know, the Immortals are going to spawn in 5 seconds. Let's see how MVP Black wants to handle this. They're going to have to be very heavy-handed with their engages.
Well, let's see. I mean, it looks like they are going to go ahead and start defending. We do have Abathur up in the top lane, but Falstad is up there as well.
And that's key, because without Falstad, they wouldn't have this global presence to counter what Abathur's doing. So MVP Black's looking to make this last as long as possible to take that extra, you know, pushing power and turn it against RoMg.
And, oh, I love this move by RoMg. They're going after this tower immediately, saying, okay, you guys are all defending. Let's go and do some serious damage.
This is an excellent choice because they have Sylvanas. But as a result, Black does rotate up here, but they're in the same spot as RoMg, and RoMg is going to try to punish.
Okay, we do have Swan coming up right now, dealing some extra damage to Maryday, and they all back up towards their Immortals. So, again, they kind of have to be defenders here, and every time they're defenders, if RoMg does a move like we saw there, they can gain an edge. They already did like half as much as an Immortal does, and look at that. E-Prime gets another tower.
He grabs both towers, and it's the fact that they're down a man that really makes this possible. Even though Abathur does have the lane to, although to his lonesome to the bottom, this is just more powerful, what we're seeing from RoMg.
Yeah. They're doing a great job. I'm loving this. And, like, Sylvanas right now is getting the same type of damage that the first Mortal will get anyway. So even if they lose this, it isn't that big a deal.
Look at Good's position. He denies that Stormbolt there, blocking him out so that he misses it. Frankel's totally safe. Eats an orb there, just briefly. Black is still leading the Immortal fight, and that's what they're looking for, but I don't know if their Immortal will ever be able to even make up for what E-Prime just did alone with Sylvanas.
Yeah, that's about what they're looking at. Now, everyone's coming down here for RoMg, and are they going to go and defend? It looks like they are, running through an Abathur mine immediately.
MDK trying to set up, getting a little bit more vision here, and they're just going to take the trade and try to knock down these shields. Interesting that they will actually leave E-Prime here while doing this. I feel like he could have been continuing to split push otherwise. But, you know, Black will get about a 5,500 shield Immortal to push the lane. And they're going to need to do damage with this. They're going to kind of basically need to counter-wise do what Sylvanas was able to do.
Yeah, we'll see what they can actually get done, though, because there's plenty of damage here on RoMng's side, so I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get more than those towers. Like, we did see them have some great pushes on the first map, Infernal Shrines getting the fort with the first push, but a completely different strategy from RoMng there.
A lot of damage being done here already. Meanwhile, don't forget, down in the bot lane, Swan is pushing. You know, he's getting that extra EXP, so they're defending this with all their damage dealers. Zeratul can't do much against this, so it's so smart to have him down there alone.
Zeratul always has to kind of hang out in the back or he will be picked off. And look at that, nice stuns going off against Rich. A lot of damage indeed.
And Rich is body blocked, and he will actually perhaps go down. He does get that lightning go up to get the shield, but Swan is coming up for the kill. He blinks forward, and that is first blood for RoMng, and there's another stun onto Sign. Double kill here early on.
Oh, that is a really big deal. Look, their fort did take some significant damage down past halfway, but double kill here, a quicker level 7, and structurally it's pretty even. So RoMng really holding their own with this great hero composition.
Yeah, we need to see more of this. This is really good play. And Swan was all but forgotten. You know, Rich was like, all right, I got my chain lightnings off, I got that heal, I have the best sustained solo lane, I'm the best sustained solo laner in the game. I got that heal, but he didn't expect Swan to come up, and that was the kill there, so a perfect rotation. Look at this, they're going to confirm with the Sentinel that this Bruiser camp is being taken, and they're just going to take the top camp instead.
All right, well, we do have MVP Black moving down to the bottom, probably going to want to take that siege camp while they're down here, but, oh, I love this move. Immediately with Sylvanas going towards the fort. That's RoMng I'm talking about up top. This is a great move, and we do see MVP Black trying to do something similar down bottom, but
they never
it's not going to be as fast.
They don't have the same push power that this team has with Sylvanas. Look at how long it's taken them to kill this, and even with these Tiger dudes coming in pushing with the Shaman, I mean,
man. Look, they will get it, but
look at how further ahead RoMng is. They're winning this trade by a mile.
They really, really are. The thing is, MVP Black had to do this, but now losing the gate up there, they're opening up a win path very, very quickly.
RoMng will have 10 first, almost no doubt with the situation they've got. The Impalers are still pushing this down. The cannon towers are down, which means the next Immortal that pushes this lane for them will not have to deal with those either. And here we go. We're going to have that race. And remember, RoMng always going to be the one to win it. And MVP Black will have to hard engage here, and they need a good trade right now. They need a good fight.
Okay, we actually do not have Swan here right now. He's in that bottom lane just kind of clearing out the mercenaries a bit. So that is something to keep in mind. This is kind of, well, I guess a 4 versus 4 because, you know, obviously Abathur never really is there until
a 4 and 4.5 versus
something
4
like that,
symbiote.
4 plus a hat, something, yeah.
Well, Sign is coming up here, so is Swan. Well, they are really putting a number of damages down onto this. Leading by 2K, as we see Falstad actually sneaking back.
Slight advantage there right now. Let's see where these guys actually do split up. And
he wanted to get 10, but they didn't quite get it. Just like a few minions off.
There it is. They do get that level 10. Everyone locking in immediately. Wailing Arrow is going to be the choice here once again.
This is unlike MVP. They're not in a position to actually be able to destroy the shields. They're kind of all just grouped up trying to save these towers.
Yeah.
And a little bit of indecision, I feel, as they rotated towards it, then moved back to the fence. So this is a massive shield Immortal coming down this lane.
It truly is.
With
that
Sylvanas.
Is over half shields. Yeah, with Sylvanas, it's a really big deal because you have to get out there to stop her from locking everything down. But how are you going to be able to do that with the Immortal here?
This is going to be so tough for MVP Black to actually engage on this. They do hit 10 now. They have Wave of Force coming in, and of course the clone.
When that clone pops up, that's going to be when they have to really make their move.
Okay, there it is. Gocha going to go ahead and clone, jumping in, doing some slows here, and down it goes instantly. Just not enough. I mean, he basically slows this push down, but again, Sylvanas so much power here. And MVP Black is fighting a losing battle yet again.
They are getting absolutely wrecked right now. This is fantastic play out of RoMng, and this Immortal still has about a third of its actual health left, so kind of a big deal. And with Sylvanas arrows, maybe they can get another tower or two.
Oh, good, even denying that move down from Karzim there. Or not Karzim, from Muradin.
I like this Swan kind of covering their retreat a little bit here, ready to knock people off their horses if need be.
Yeah.
Great teamwork, great play here from RoMg.
Oh, good getting caught. He should be able to power slide away. He also uses his self-heal, and there's a safety gust. We also saw the disengage with the Shadow Stalk to, actually allow them to escape. Like, they know they got a big win here. They're not taking any chances. Their tournament, or not the tournament life, but their winner's match life is on the line here.
Whoever actually beats MVP Black first, that's a really big deal. That's like, that. Maybe you don't beat them in the whole match overall. I don't expect that streak to be upset this season, but to beat them in a game, end this before it hits 40, that would be awesome.
On opening day, a team that's a big underdog here. It's not over yet. They are half a level ahead. They have been winning a lot of these fights.
Yeah, and again, let's not forget, even if they start to get behind, they have these awesome tools to actually come back. Something like a Void Prism. Like, we see a lot of teams actually ban out when they think they're a lot better, a hero like Zeratul, because something like that can be so game-changing, and they have it at their disposal. I mean, they have Mosh Pit, they have that, they have Gust. It's crazy.
Wailing Arrow, I mean, just so much potential engage.
All of this can combo together as well. It's crazy. I'm loving it, though.
Any AoE heroic can combo with any other AoE heroic, and when you add them all together, it starts to get out of control. The Wave of Force is very important as a result, and Saga needs to know when to use it. He needs to be able to lock down the Mosh Pit instantly, because every second they spend in there dancing is obviously going to be detrimental there.
Mm-hmm. Both sides clearing out those bruiser camps. MVP Black going to move out and take out the Goatmen. Don't want those Goatmen pushing that lane.
No. That'd be bad.
Perfect.
So, here we go. Immortals are up. Oh, Frankel taking a lot of damage there from the Nest. Will just be instantly healed, however. And, they're moving forward here. Going to be aggressive. And where is Black? They're rotating down slowly, but all together.
Ooh, Rich is coming. You got to watch out for those Sunders. He does have it active. In fact, all heroics are up and ready. Kyocha does go ahead and clone Muradin. Not really getting that much done yet, though.
Looks like he's even trying to sacrifice himself to do a little bit of extra damage to this Immortal, but nothing getting done here. This looks to be another lost Immortal for Black if they don't actually engage soon.
This is really interesting because that clone was not very good.
No.
That clone did nothing. We just saw RoMg just run away, and it worked out perfectly. Look at that. Meriday taking a ton of damage here. Void Prism does go down.
And Meriday taking it so much. He's going to actually stay alive here. Chain Lightning's going down. It looks like basically a win overall for Black, but they're still fighting 4v5 without that clone.
Yeah, a lot of the heroics are gone, though. So, they still have Dance. They still have Gust. You can definitely do some great combos with those two as well.
And they're whittling down so much of MVP Black's immortal health. And, I mean, with heroes like Falstad, you can just keep poking at it with the hammering. And eventually it's going to go down. They're going to force switch positions in just a moment. And you can probably just do that with another few attacks here. It looks like they're just going to go and send Gooden. And there's the swap.
Okay, good move. Of course, MVP Black kind of forced that by going down and dealing some damage to their opponent's Immortal. Good, taking a lot of damage right now. Could be an issue. The Gust is used for the save.
He could have moshed there, but, without the rest of the heroics to follow up, I think he was just a bit timid on doing that. They don't need to force a fight right now because they're already leading in this Immortal fight.
Yeah, and look at this. Kyocha actually has that clone up once again, going after Frankel here with his Muradin clone, but it will be cleaned up reasonably quickly. And they got a lucky spawn as well, let's not forget, over on their side.
Exactly. This is really great for RoMg because they can defend. Oh, hold that thought. We're going to see a big Sundering, and Meriday dashes in. Good. Going to be the first of all, but he moshes to save himself temporarily.
Doesn't really work out. Swan going down as well. A lot of damage here. E-Prime will be able to get out, but MVP Black, as they do, just turning it suddenly.
That was a great little engage there. Meriday jumping in to set up and get vision for everybody so they could get that good Sundering. This will be MVP Black's first Immortal. And this is the kind of fight they've been looking for all game because they're never going to win the race. They have to take defensive engagements, get picks, then they win the Immortal. That's how it has to be.
That was really hard for them to actually get to. That was like very close to not going their way once again. So we'll see how much they can really get done. The fort's still up in this lane, but it is low, so definitely the fort at least will fall.
And it comes down to that, that early push we had earlier on will allow this to go down. Frankel very aggressively at the front, dropping those hammerings, trying to find some damage. Just be careful. And, I mean, this is a good comp for RoMg to actually defend with. They have so much poke to knock this down.
Definitely they do, and they are knocking it down quite quickly. They are losing some of their gate here. The first tower already going down. Looks like the second one will as well.
Oh, Void Prison engaged here. Swan's looking for it.
Oh, this could be crazy. We do have that power slide going through, and that was an awesome palm.
Oh, and this is going to be really bad really fast here for RoMg. At least the Gust will save them. Sign up here in the front line. It's going to even Avatar to give the rest of the team time to come back, and if Sake gets some resets, it could be crazy.
Oh, E-Prime ending up going down here, and Kyocha has that clone once again. Going after MDK, doesn't quite get him.
And this is a moment where Black, is now able to take this keep, and let's see what they do next. They're just going to try to take the healing fountain. I believe they will back off here. Too risky to try to core. As you guys can see, I mean, all it takes is just one good power slide, and suddenly things go awry.
Yeah, certainly, certainly the case. Level 16 against level 15 right now. MVP Black. I don't even understand how they do this. It's so crazy. They're losing all game. It's like, oh, we eked out this one team fight, and now it's downhill for the rest of the game for you.
Well, when you look at that last fight, Swan was actually looking for the Void Prison.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was almost unfounded. Like, there was just not much to be had there. The Wailing Arrow didn't go off perfectly either. Oh my god, Swan nearly dying to nests.
That's crazy. That was
one more
so
nest would have killed it. But going back to what I was saying, like, I feel like trying to use Frankel there to actually do a Gust engage would have been more successful, because you bring everyone into where they're stuck and can't retreat them. The follow-up isn't the Void Prism, but
it's like he put down the Void Prism, then everyone ran out to try to do it. Like, sometimes that can work out, but it did seem forced. It seemed like they were trying to get like that lucky Void Prism wall behind.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for them, it just does not work out this time.
16 up in just a second here for RoMg. As they clear this last wave, it looks like they will secure it. Just like last minion, barely getting it for them. So they're going to have some better engages here. Maybe a little bit easier to fight. Double Chain Lightning, which is very important for the sustain here of Ridge.
It looks like they will go ahead and lose this first part of the Immortal as they do respawn. Of course, don't forget they can kill it very quickly. Where will this spawn? Now, up at the top. They're already kind of up there. Trying to kill off Swan, doesn't quite get him.
Black actually with such confidence here now in all of these engages. I feel like RoMg has kind of like lost some of their confidence. Okay, Good is trying to go in for the engage. Does not commit though. It could have been a really nice mosh, but of course Wave of Force will likely just knocked him right out of it.
Kyocha does go ahead and use that clone onto RoMg, dealing that extra damage, and so quickly they're taking this one down, having most of the shields left over.
And just suddenly, in a matter of moments and team fights, RoMg is no longer confident to actually race. Oh god, Valsec gets hit with the orb. There's the reset!
Everything going wrong now, and down goes Tirana. MDK falls.
And there's another jump forward from Sign, using Wave of Force, not quite able to secure that kill. Oh, misses the teleport, but Good should go down actually. The double dashes here will just be able to knock him down with the Stormbolt. And he does fall, and this is likely game.
Yeah, very much likely game. They are coming down, seeing what they can do against this Immortal. So many shields on it, and their poke is not really there. Sylvanas can deal some damage from afar, but they don't have their fall set, they don't have their RoMg.
Yeah, and Void Prison is going to be down for 60 more seconds, so that's not going to be anything they can use to try to buy time on the core either. Half shields left on this Immortal once it kills the keep. There's no keeps left here.
Luckily, their heroes are coming up right now. They do have that level 16 as well, so it's going to be very hard to actually finish here, but the Immortal has so much health that it's actually going to suck up a lot of this core damage.
Oh, Gust being used prematurely here, I guess to try to buy time. They're looking for an engage. Sign jumps in. There's the Shadow Stalk. Swan in really good position, but still doesn't have Void Prison available. He's trying to look for the kill here on Sake, but misses.
The core is going to be going down, though. Mary Day with that great palm once again, and the Immortal's just doing way too much damage. And